You're listening to Being Intimate with Bas Ruiter
and Sarah Punt.
We're here to help you master the art of intimacy
as we explore relationships, sex, and everything intimate.
As a real couple committed to growth and exploration, we're sharing our professional and personal journey
so that you can deepen yours and have a little fun along the way.
Let's get intimate. Welcome back to another episode
of Being Intimate.
Yes, episode 10. This will be the final episode of this season.
We're going to take a little break.
Yep, and eventually we'll continue with the next season. This is going to be a Q&A.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be an accumulation of questions that we've been asked in comments, in messages, in conversations, question boxes.
Yeah.
And we selected 20 of them to answer today.
Yeah. So y'all can get to know us even better. Some final questions that maybe we haven't answered or y'all still wanted to know. So yeah. Let's dive into that.
So we have a list on our phones.
Yeah. Would you like to start?
Yeah, we can take turns.
Okay.
The first one is, what inspired you to start being intimate? The practice, the podcast.
What inspired us to start being intimate? Really just understanding what all the practices that we've been through, all the lessons that we've learned have brought us, like how we've grown in our relationship, what we've learned through BDSM, through non-monogamy, to how we've grown through that. I think we got to a point where we realized, oh, this really works. And then seeing around us that, people struggling with relationships in general, that we had a feeling of, okay, this is information that we have, that we've learned.
That's valuable.
Yeah, that's very valuable.
Yeah, and I think what kind of solidified it for us was people telling us around us that this is something that we should do something with.
Yeah.
And also our therapist being really excited about the idea of us becoming her colleagues.
Yeah, that brought a switch to us.
That we were like, oh, we should really take this serious. But it was definitely inspired by what we've experienced and how we've grown, not even just together, but in life in general. I think it really became clear once we got together that we had something that was unique, but sadly is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I feel like I've really gotten an understanding of a mission around it. I really want to change the way that people see and view relationships and love. I think the way that we do it has brought me so much freedom and clarity in who I am as well, and how I approach and just see relationships in general, that I really believe that this is something that the world needs to adapt.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do the next?
Of course. Okay, next question. So, I'm dating 2 women at the same time, and they don't know. Help. What would you say to that?
Well, first of all, I have a ton of questions about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Also wondering what even the goal is of this. Mm-hmm. Is the goal for you to choose? Is the goal for you to want to have both? Yeah.
So let's just start with the fact that they don't know.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's unfair. And in a way I understand, because it's not normalized to even have a conversation about desires in relationships. So I understand that if you desire something, you feel like you can't talk about it, you might find a way to have both. But it's not something that we agree with. Yeah.
I would say definitely start being honest with them, because if they figure out what's going on you're gonna lose both.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that that's not something you want. So maybe, the idea of it being you being honest and both of them being okay with that may not be the case. They still deserve to know the truth, and from there you can see what is possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna end up losing both of them because you're dishonest.
Which is what we often see happen.
Yeah.
Like the thing that you don't want to happen, you create by not talking about it.
Yeah.
Or not being honest about it.
Yeah. And you're also gonna lose yourself in the process of not being honest.
It's tough keeping up with the lies, you know? It's very exhausting. Like, don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, next one.
How long have you been non-monogamous? I mean, we've been non-monogamous from the day we connected. Mm-hmm. But I think both of us have had their own experiences already before that with some form of non-monogamy. Yeah. Can you share about yours?
Well, mine was the relationship that I had with the mother of my children. We explored non-monogamy there. And as I've said before, didn't always go well. But yeah, years before that, I've already been exploring that, figuring what that means to me, also accepting that I am non-monogamous. So yeah, I would say maybe 7 to 8 years, maybe.
I'm trying to think back. I don't think I have a specific moment where I'm like, this is when I realized I was non-monogamous. Yeah. It was a slow burn. Looking back, I don't think I felt like I've ever been monogamous. Even as a teenager, I was very comfortable with my partner or somebody that I'm interested in being flirty or hugging and cuddling with my friends, or I've always been kind of open when it comes to that. I just never thought it was a real possibility.
Okay. So is it more that you didn't?
I didn't know that was even an option.
Yeah. So you didn't have the word or the.
No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't know anything else existed but monogamy and what I've been taught.
Yeah.
And I think after starting in my 20s, that's when it finally took shape. I was like, oh wait, I'm really okay with this. I remember I had this fling with a guy, and we would just talk about we were really into each other. We said that we loved each other, but we would just talk about us being with other people and having a good time and growing and learning, and it was all good. It didn't bother me, and I just felt well, that just means I guess that means I'm not ready for a relationship or whatever. Yeah. And now I'm oh no, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That growing up, there was just no.
So I guess I gotta stay single, Yeah. And I'm no, I'm very good at committing to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay. What is one thing that annoys you about your partner? You go first.
No, I was gonna say you go first. Are we gonna fight?
Probably.
What is one thing that annoys me? We have a different idea of when it comes details. Okay. Even cleaning. Your clean is not my clean. Or it annoys me that I'm such a perfectionist too. So it's it goes both ways. I'm annoyed by myself and I'm annoyed by you that if something pops up. But yeah, I think little things like that, I'm way more detail oriented. And actually, even though it annoys me that you are not, it helps me to not be so hard on myself. So.
Okay.
Yeah. That you put the knives upside down.
And we said one, okay? That's true. Okay, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. I would say one thing that annoys me is Like, I hate fruit flies. I hate fruit flies.
I leave the fruit out.
Yeah, she cuts the fruit and then she leaves it out, and then she eats, and then she forgets it, and then fruit flies come.
Fair enough.
And I want to share one thing that used to annoy me.
That doesn't annoy you anymore?
No, it doesn't annoy me
Okay.
anymore. But I used to like sometimes be annoyed by the fact that you were just like me in terms of wanting to be so free.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was like sometimes like, why are you like me? Because
why did that annoy you?
because I was in the process of like also learning to be okay with you wanting to date other people. It was never a big deal, but it's always like this little feeling like,
Right.
okay, I have to go through this process again.
Right.
That's like, oh, I wish you weren't like me. I understand because
I'm like that, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, here we
Yeah.
are. Are there any tips to help self-regulate through the jealousy and the discomfort for newcomers to the poly world? So when you're new to poly, the jealousy that comes up, the uncomfortability, what are tips to regulate and help yourself through that?
I would say before you even step into like the world of poly, or at least I guess
Anything non-monogamous.
yeah, and you start dating, make sure that you have already a system of communication to like share and vent these things, so that you're already prepared for these difficult conversations and this uneasiness, this feeling of jealousy, that that, okay, so when we jump into this, I already know how I can express this emotion to you without the trigger blowing everything up.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people, quote unquote, try non-monogamy or try poly. That will never work. Like if you already have a hard time communicating your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, your needs with your partner without it becoming an argument, then please do not try poly.
Yeah.
Like you need to, it's not going to save your relationship. It's going to bring up triggers even more. And if you don't have a system in place that can actually hold and soothe these triggers and process them in a way that's not harmful to the relationship, in a way that's not attacking each other, then it's just not going to work.
Yeah. Then it's just going to end up becoming something that also pulls you away from your partner. Okay.
Is it my turn or your turn?
I think it's my turn. Who said I love you first?
Do you remember that? I think it was you.
Was it me?
I think it was you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was something I would do.
I think it was.
No way.
Yeah.
That's something that you would do.
It would be something I would do, but
Maybe it was something that we both were like, that we kind of brought up the feeling.
yeah. So I remember, I think we were at my own studio. My old studio, my old studio. And we were both feeling it that day. And you started the conversation. You said something about like, I feel like I love you, and I was like, wait, me too. And then we just said, I love you to each other. But you brought it up, I think.
That's interesting because based on like how we do things now, I feel
I'm
like that's
way more quicker to say I love you to people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll believe you for now.
For now.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
We talk about trust and shit, and then you don't trust me.
It's all a lie. Oh, your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Have you ever reached a point in your relationship where you questioned if you should keep being together? Yes.
Yeah, I know your answer is yes. I'm trying to think for myself. Yes. Yeah, yes. There's a point.
When? What was that?
That was for me when you realized that you wanted to have children. And it's not that it was like a long process of like, do I want to continue? But I had to ask myself, like, is it something I want to continue? Because I wasn't sure if that was something that I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it was right before deciding to really do this with you, this relationship, because of
Yeah, you could
you
share.
already you have two kids, and there was a the situation was kind of messy and trying to figure it out how to co-parent, and like I didn't know if I could really do that. Like even if I want to, like can I really do this? Can I do this for the kids? Can I really be there? Um, and then your relationship still was kind of complicated with the mother of your kids at the time, because you're trying to co-parent, you're trying to like find love in their relationship, and like you don't know how to do that, and like it was I didn't know if I could do it. And actually the moment where we talked about it extensively, and we kind of said goodbye to each other in that way, we kind of accepted that maybe this isn't going to work. That's the moment when there was so much space opened up for me to actually feel what I was feeling, and it made me feel extremely committed to this relationship, and I've never questioned it ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, next question. How many partners do you both have?
That's complicated.
Is it?
For me, it is. What do I consider a partner? I feel, this is a conversation that we've been having, where how do we label these things? Maybe you can go first. How would you define that?
For me personally, I feel like to consider someone a partner, I would have to have a certain level of commitment. I mean, there's different levels of commitment, but I feel like it would also have to have been through a longer process for me to like trust that it's something that, because a partner to me is like someone that, like I can say that I love and is, I would like to have for the rest of my life in whatever shape or form.
So do you feel like you have that right now? Besides me?
I do. But I'm aware, like, so I would say that I have you as my partner. I would say that I have a girlfriend. And I do feel like that's something that I would want for the rest of my life, but in knowing that that could change, like knowing that that could become a friendship.
That the relationships can shift.
Yeah.
That they're fluid.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I would say I have one partner and I am dating people. I wouldn't call anybody my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my partner just yet. But there are people in my life that I've connected with on a romantic, emotional, spiritual, intimate level that I want to have in my life.
Yep.
And that I want to invest in having in my life for the rest of my life. I just don't know yet what that looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But I guess I would say that would be like 2-3 people that I'm investing my time in right now.
Yeah.
Besides you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm also dating. Just to
Yeah, you're
put
also
that out
dating. He's available.
there. I'm available.
How do you balance new relationships while keeping your main connection strong?
One more time.
Oh, I just locked my phone. How do you balance new relationships while keeping your main connection strong? So we've been the main connection.
Yeah.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we will continue to be a priority, but I think there could be other connections that could rise up to a similar level.
Yeah, I would say allow there to be space to explore the new connection, and I just continuously communicate everything with you, like everything. I could just have been on a date, and then when I see you and there's space for it, talk about it, share, yeah, almost in detail, really. And you ask me whatever comes up, and we just talk about it. And then whatever fears come up there, of, you know, maybe we feel like, okay, there's our connection might fade because of it. We talk about it, and then we figure out, okay, what would you need for that feeling not to be there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very similar for me. It's just a level of commitment. Like, I'm committed to continuing to invest in this relationship, even if I feel something for my other connections. And sometimes, I mean, you only have a certain amount of time in a day. You only have a certain amount of energy. Sometimes I'm tired after I got back from a date, or you are, you know, and it's just a level of commitment that we are like, okay, cool, like that's okay. And then tomorrow we'll sit down and talk, and we make sure that we do something that feels connecting to us, and continue to invest in it.
I agree.
Yeah.
You still good?
What do you mean still
No,
good?
just wondering if
I'm mad? No.
No, I just wonder if you're, yeah, just good.
Yeah, I'm good, baby. Thank
Okay.
you.
Let me see. I've heard you talk about kids. How many do you have?
That's for you to answer.
So I have 2 daughters. One is 8, the other is 14, and the oldest one is from a previous relationship. I've been in her life since she's 5. And yeah, I've always seen her as my daughter. It's always felt that way. And yeah, we plan on having at least one in the future.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, I love your kids. And it's weird to say, like, I do feel like a parent to them, even though they have an amazing mom. It feels like it's an interesting place to be in, but I love having them in my life.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Really.
Next. I want to tell my girlfriend that I desire other people, but I'm afraid she will want the same.
Yeah, I've heard this a lot.
Yeah, we've heard this before.
So this is a common thing that is present when it comes to men.
Yeah.
That I can honestly say that almost all the men in my life would be open to having multiple partners, female partners. But if it comes to the idea of like their female partners wanting a partner as well, then they'd shut it off and they'd be like, never mind what it is that I desire.
Yeah.
Let's not even go there.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's the fear of challenging whatever comes up with that. It's the male ego as well, of feeling like my partner is mine. Being afraid that another man will be better sexually. And yeah, it's just all these fears and like society making you believe as a man that a woman shouldn't have other desires besides you.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it play a part how society views men when they quote unquote allow their women to be with other men?
Also, yeah. I've heard before that I'm not a man because
that you're not man enough, or
no, literally that I'm not a man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard that before, that I'm not a man because I allow my partner to be with other men. Yeah.
That it makes you weak, or
yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's whatever. Like,
right.
Because I literally don't feel weak at all going
No.
through that process. Like, you have to be strong to be able to
handle that.
To go through that process of letting that go, letting the expectations of society go, and yeah, being comfortable with that. Yeah.
It's crazy because you are one of the most beautifully masculine people and men that I've ever met in my life. And the fact that that's them being like, somebody would say that you're not a man because you allow me to be free is so crazy to me, because it takes so much strength to confront yourself and your feelings and your emotions and your upbringing and programming and all these things.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I'm aware of that. That's why like it doesn't affect me if people say that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell me different. I've been through the process. So
Yeah.
Any more words to add to?
Nope.
Okay. Next. Let me see. What is your favorite form of non-sexual intimacy together?
I know.
Okay, you can go first.
Play fighting.
Okay.
We're just being stupid all day. Just play fighting, being annoying. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It keeps things fun and light, and yeah, I think that's one of my favorites. And just talking. I love just having conversations with you about life.
Yeah, I agree with talking, like just talking about like whatever we're going through in the process is a lot of fun and challenging and intimate. I would also say watching like dating shows.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoy that. You know, it's trying to find a balance that we don't do it too much or whatever, but like I really enjoy just both together dissecting.
Getting mad at the screen.
Yeah, getting mad at like people's process and relationships. I'm sure a lot of people have that as well, but doing it together is like also as relationship coaches is, I enjoy that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I mean, I knew we enjoyed it because like we always do it. It's our little form of entertainment. But I didn't realize that was one of your favorite non-sexual ways of being intimate with me.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah, your turn.
How does your family feel about you being non-monogamous?
My family, yeah, they're fine with it. They don't have any issues, but honestly, it's not something we talk about. Like they follow, at least my mom follows me and she shares with my dad. So she knows, they know, but yeah, I've never really gotten questions about it, maybe once or twice. And I'm also not someone to like bring it up.
Right.
So it's more like, yeah, it's accepted, fine. Yeah, and I'm willing to answer whatever question there is, but yeah. You?
Yeah, mine is very fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they fully understand it at all times, or I definitely know some things that I share, they're like, what the fuck, you know? But they're very accepting, and they ask me questions. Like I've had quite some conversations with them about it, and even though it's not for them or they don't fully understand how it works, they also just embrace, and they know that I think they can see how happy it makes me and like how well it works for me. And I think even though it doesn't make sense to them, it does make sense to them that it makes sense to me. Yeah. And yeah, they're very comfortable with it. I love talking to them about it and getting their questions, and it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. So that was question...
Yeah, we're now at 14.
Okay, so what would make someone that's open to non-monogamy choose to be monogamous?
So somebody that doesn't mind being in a non-monogamous relationship, why would they still choose to be monogamous? There's people, I think it's called ambiamorous.
Okay.
Where it's fully based, they choose a relationship style based on the connection. So if somebody is non-monogamous and it makes sense for them to be monogamous together, then they're fine with that.
With the awareness of them being okay with non-monogamy.
So yeah, like I've met people before that aren't set on a specific relationship style. They just are set on finding a person they want to build with, and if it makes sense for them to do it in this way or in that way, that doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
It just is whatever makes sense in the connection to the other person. But for us, I feel like we also said it like, this is the type of relationship that we desire. Some people don't have that. Some people just go off the person and what makes sense with the person, you know? I think it just depends. And it could definitely switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I know there's people out there that, you know, are very comfortable with that. I have to say, in most cases, I see then people that are actually very open people, non-monogamous, and then choose to be monogamous. I have to say that most cases I've seen them then get to a point where they do go back to non-monogamy, or they try to figure that out. But yeah, I can definitely see why people, you know, choose that. Yeah.
I think both relationship styles come with different lessons. And I can see somebody wanting to learn different lessons. And if they have experienced non-monogamy, that they're like, I want to know, you know, I want to learn different lessons this time. And yeah. Is that me or you? I think it's me. What is your favorite BDSM practice?
My favorite BDSM practice.
Uh-oh.
No, I would say I really enjoy spanking. I think I've said that before.
I think, yeah.
In the BDSM podcast. Yeah, I really enjoy that. With tools, but mostly with my hands, because it's like, it's impact play. It's using my hands makes me feel then more connected to the person, because then I can also, to a level, feel what they're feeling on my hands. And I don't know, it's just like the sound of it. It's like the after, like the marks after. And I feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm just drumming.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
Yeah, and that's a lot of fun. You can just, you know, play to the music. Yeah, I would say that's my favorite.
I'm like, I can't choose.
Okay.
Because I think my favorite would be sensory play. Because that's the first thing for me. When I meet somebody and I want to learn their body and I want to learn what intimacy looks like with them, I love doing sensory play to really learn what touch they like, how I can interact with them, how to communicate about these things. Like, that's such a deep love for me.
Yeah, but sensory play is pretty broad. It's a big part.
Yeah, but it's a form of BDSM play.
Is there something in sensory play that is your favorite?
No. It's just the exploration of it.
Okay.
And if it's not sensory play, I would say flogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's magical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Talked
feel
about
that flashbacks over here.
Talked about all of that in the BDSM episode.
When is the next play party?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Yeah, so when this airs, it's already...
Yeah, we already had it.
It happened, yeah.
It's going to be our last one for a long time. The studio that we're working in now, which used to be just my photography studio, but it's also now our practice space. We're moving and we're leaving to take over our therapist, her practice space.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to organize any play parties anymore.
Yep. So, yeah, that's going to be our last one in that space that we organize ourselves. But we're going to have, I think we're having one a week after that one.
Yeah, with friends.
Yeah. Someone else's play party. So, yeah, it's definitely not done.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Someone said, I just left an abusive partner. I'm not ready to date yet, but I want to know how people open up again after something like that. So how to open up after leaving an abusive partner. Any
Ooh.
tips?
Yeah, I would say definitely take your time to like go through what you've even experienced, like what happened. Also therapy to just talk about it, get more comfortable, creating more awareness in that experience. And then if you start meeting people that you connect with or date, like really communicate, like share, if until you're comfortable sharing, like share about what you've been through to a point where you feel safe and you feel like you can trust the person that you're sharing with.
Yeah, I think it's important to it's very shitty to say, but to figure out what it is that in you that attracted a type of relationship like that or a type of partner like that, where you have abandoned yourself, where you have crossed your own boundaries, so that you know how to not create that same situation again.
Yeah.
Because if you jump from one thing into another and you don't do the actual work, you're still going to have the same responses and the same patterns, and you're still going to create the same reality.
Yeah.
So finding help, a support, if it's a coach, if it's a therapist, is very helpful. And really learning, like you said, how to communicate.
Yeah.
Being able to communicate your triggers, your fears is very important.
Yeah, and I think a lot what we do, like then creating experience that allows you to shift what you've been through into like a more positive view, memory. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we have
the last three questions.
Yes. How do you feel about one night stands?
Yeah. How do you feel about one night stands?
Not for me.
Why not?
Because for me, I like to, before I have sex with you, I want to understand how your mind works. I want to understand how your body works. That takes time. So I want time in the process. I don't like to dive into sex straight away. Not that, I have anything against it, but just for me, it doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
I mean, same. I can't feel sexually attracted to somebody that I don't know. I need an intellectual connection. I need an emotional connection. I need to know that I'm safe. I really want to learn somebody's body and emotions and feelings and thoughts first. I don't think anyone that doesn't understand how I work or what I need can ever give me anything that satisfies me. And I don't think I can do that for other people too. And it doesn't mean that it has to take like a very long time. I think
different people make you feel safe on
right,
different
right.
tempos.
So I think it just depends on the type of connection. But a one night stand, no. Like I want to connect with people for a lifetime, not a night.
Fair.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest challenge in your relationship so far? What has been our biggest challenge?
What has been the biggest challenge so far? Whew. I think maybe... I would say earlier on in the relationship, navigating through my relationship with the mother of my kids, where we, we're still living together after a breakup and still exploring together. Our relationship got deeper, and what does it mean that I have with her? What do I want with her? I think that was challenging. I think that was for you also very difficult to navigate through. but for me, definitely. Yeah, we've had difficult challenges after that, but I think that was challenging to a point where like, how are we gonna move forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was challenging. I think that now for me it was also figuring out how to be a parent. Like my relationship with you isn't just my relationship with you. It's also my relationship with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And figuring that out. Like who am I in their lives? How am I supposed to be there for them? Where's my I don't know, like I'm a parent but I'm not their mom, you know? It's like this like figuring that out. That has been a challenge for me. Learning how to be a parent. I didn't have the time to kind of grow with them, you know. I'm like thrown into this situation and like it's like learning how to swim while I'm drowning.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning. Which is now going more naturally, I think. And I think for us now, it's also navigating. I don't know if I would say like that's really challenging, but it's something that I think we also spoke about today. Like how do we go about other connections and have like with our kids and you know,
Yeah.
how do we do that?
Yeah. I would say we're definitely in that process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Final
Up
question,
to the
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the best date you have been on together?
Fuck, I don't. You go first.
Yeah. It's the best date that we've been on together. I would say our trip to a house in the nature and taking LSD. I would say maybe the first time. Or all of those dates were really amazing.
Yeah.
Just to like experience you in that energy as well, and just to be in nature alone is already, you know. And we were just like also very much in the high of exploring together, getting to know each other better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the best ones.
I was thinking about the first time that we went a weekend away and we took acid together. I think that was very connecting and deepening our relationship and our personal growth as well. Would you consider that like a date?
Yeah, I would, because we went somewhere else,
Yeah,
went to a different
okay.
place, intentionally. Yeah, I would consider it a date.
Because I also really enjoyed. We would like go to a hotel and just explore each other's bodies all night, not having sex, just sensation and
Also,
feeling.
so much fun.
Yeah, but it's not like that. We did that once.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to add to
no,
that?
I think that's it. That was 20 questions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a Q&A. That was it for now.
That was it for this season.
Yeah.
And we will be moving a lot. So we're moving with the practice and we're moving with like our actual home.
Yeah.
So we're moving out of this apartment.
Yeah.
And so the next 6 months is going to be hectic for us.
Yeah.
And we'll be taking a break from recording.
Yeah.
But
I think we will start recording before we move.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, before we move places, not
move
practice.
the practice. And we'll probably also then be filming in the practice. So
yes, we're trying to set up an actual station for the podcast there.
Yeah. So some changes coming up, but I do want to thank everybody for, you know, being here with us and listening and learning with us. This has also been very new to us, doing a podcast.
Very scary for me.
Yeah, very unfamiliar territory, but I'm happy with how we've done it and how we've grown through it, and the response has also been amazing. So yeah, we just want to keep going in this and also just create an even bigger community around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, thoughts, ideas of topics that we could talk about and touch on in the next season, please let us know.
Yes. Okay.
We would love to continue building this amazing community together.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.